Welcome back everyone to another video. Today I'll be playing OpenTTD. I feel like doing these voiceovers is much better than me trying to have the audio work with the video and have it be a reasonable time of length. So if you wanna, just have more of the actual recording and stuff with all the sounds and stuff, then I have a voice channel for that. So go check that out if you want to see more of me. So, uh, yeah, today we are playing OpenTTD, as you can see. Uh, this is just me looking around, remembering what I did last time. There's me actually finally putting down the airport that I was gonna do in the first episode after, the local authority allowed me to demolish their buildings. There's me looking through all of the different planes to see what would be more viable to use, and just going through all the messages, clearing them out. Uh, I'm making sure that all the oil rigs have helicopters going to them, and making sure that because airports get quite busy. If you have services say outside the city going all towards the airports, then the airports are going to be extremely crowded and you're going to have a lot of planes needed to go between them. But if you say have buses collecting and deporting at the airports, then that allows you to keep the airport numbers low while allowing a lot of passengers to go from and to the airport. There's me deciding, because I got new oil ship, to see which oil rigs I might want to upgrade the oil ships to. And it's a little bit of a hindrance, but later I actually figured out that you can auto renew, and there's you're able to refit all of your vehicles, which is really nice. Here's me looking at all the oil rigs around to see maybe if I can, make some money by uh, taking oil from the oil rigs and transporting passengers. So yeah, here's me looking to maybe place down the airport or two. There's me clearing out the land, and then the local authority not allowing me to. There's one of my friends hopping. I did not know that would capture. So if you see those random messages in the bottom right, then my fault, my problem. Oh well. Yeah, here's me just looking through all the different kind of airports, making sure what would be the most viable option for in terms of vehicles. So I decided to go with a hovercraft because they're kind of low to maintain, and they go much faster than the ferries while transporting the exact same well transporting the exact same amount of passengers. So it seemed like a more viable option. Yeah, here's me still looking at waiting if I can unlock the better helicopter airport, because there's still that big old circle of helicopters going around, and yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, I'm just currently looking around to see what airports I would like to connect, and making sure all their loadings good, so that I'm not having a airplane be stuck at an airport that barely has passengers, and then that's in turn costing me a lot of money. So yeah, here's me refitting the tankers with new tankers until realizing that there's an easier way. So yeah, that took a while. Yeah, here's me okay, say buy the new tanker, copy the directions from the old tanker, then sell the old tanker, and then let the new tanker go. So that was, and then there's also the problem with ship ID. So say you delete a ship, say ship 21, and then you buy a new ship, it's gonna be registered as ship 21, and that causes it to get the same uh, pathing, or like go to the same places. So kind of weird how that works. Yeah, here's me making sure I did all the tankers correct. Huh. I honestly love that how complex this game is and how simple it looks is I really love it. It allows me to like it allows you me it really is great. I really love it. Oh, I dropped something. Whoopsie. Yeah, here's me looking through all the ships, seeing if everything's, working. Oh, there's me quickly leaving. Forgot to cut that out. Well, yeah, I decided, due to me being mostly passenger, to start decommissioning my old coal lines. So, what you usually start off with the game again is a coal line, right? Where you basically start, just sell coal, take coal from a coal mine around, and then sell it. Here's also me trying to do it in the most efficient way by only destroying the tiles in the in what is it? So yeah, only destroying the tiles with tracks, and yeah, the zigzags were the worst, but it was doable. It was definitely doable. You don't have to do it this way, but even though I have $12 million at that point, I decided to, why not try to recover as much as I can from spending all that money on the tracks. And also makes it look much nicer because then you won't have just areas of, land with nothing or like without any rocks or trees and stuff like that. Makes it kind of look a little weird. Yeah, there's a comment, there's a chat, there's one of the chatters saying, "Oh, I was quiet." Um, because during the time of the recording, I didn't realize that my desktop audio was on. So it was not only did I have my game audio on, I also had my desktop audio on. It's because in OBS you have the desktop audio. So with both of those, it's capturing the desktop audio, which was louder which is louder than my microphone because I usually play like music that's pretty quiet. So I have that turned up high, so it's somewhat matching of my audio. So that's the reason why. Yeah, and yeah, that was not great. Here's me kind of getting a little fed up on the trains. And then again, one of my viewers said, "Oh, you can uh, control A, and that only just like deletes the rail without having to bomb them, which costs money." So it was even more efficient. So that was great. Yeah, just me putting down stations, just get the trains in. I the other reason why I was retiring the coal line was because uh at the time, right, I didn't know about like the auto like or like the refitting of vehicles. Like you could do that in mass. So all my trains were basically they were like they were basically over their age limit by like a few years, so they were really unreliable. So I kind of just decided, you know what? I'm basically done with this coal line. I'm gonna be mostly passenger based because that's what you usually do when you're up. Um, and yeah, so that's what I kind of did. Here's messing around with the settings, because I did not know you could remove trees. And yeah, so here on out, you basically won't see any trees. They are there, they exist, but you can't really see them. So yeah, yeah, here's me still seeing. Oh, I actually seeing if I unlocked any the like the greater helicopter port, but I had a few years until then, so I kind of just waited. Yeah, here's me seeing all the new trains I unlocked and all the stuff. Just going through, making sure, everything's mostly up to date. Yeah, just me going through all the messages. It was mostly of the helicopters again because they aren't making any profit due to the fact that, they're all stuck at that airport circling around for 6 months, so that's fun. And then here's me deciding to electrify um, the shorter routes of my train because why not? I have the money. If it costs me money, I don't really care. I'm earning so much from all the ferries and stuff that it didn't really matter. So, yeah. Yeah, so the problem with the cities as I'm looking through all the kind of yeah, so all the I realized, all the trucks are way over the time of renewing. So I was kind of like going through all of them, making sure they go to the maintenance to get refitted and like renew, right? Or like upgrade the trucks, but I was like, oh my God, that's gonna take forever. So I was like, I'm just gonna end up destroying all of my, like redoing my busing system and stuff because of how well my airports are doing. The town's growing like really really fast, so it really does get bad, and I kind of also need to expand the transporting system for the town anyway. So yeah, there's me funding local programs to, increase the growth of the city even more. So what I didn't know was that you could the fastest growth rate of any town is 3 days, which was nice. Here's me flattening more towns to put in more airports. Yeah, I put this airport quite a distance away from the main city airport. And again, me coming back to that later. I'm pretty sure that Be Right Back was a hour and a half after this, so quite a few years have passed. Um, yeah, that kind of was a little strange. There was like the kind of the size of this recording was originally 3 hours, and then an hour of usable footage, and then I didn't want to. I was like, I'm not gonna do like voice recording for an hour, so I decided to do 4 times speed because it's still, seeable, right? You can still kind of understand what's happening. God. you can understand what's happening, and it's a lot less time of like waste of the time. Here's me continuing to refit my train lines because they're A over age and B not making as much money, which I don't really mind about the money. But like the notification that oh this train is over age, it gets so annoying after a point. Yeah. So after that, I'm looking around and seeing like because of how great the town growth is, I actually am starting to get more of the high-tech buildings, which I rarely see. I don't really see more of the high-tech buildings because A, I don't really play the game so much, and B because I actually don't really get that big of like population center. And so I actually what you saw what I found was I actually got the level 3 air helicopter pad, which allows for 3 instantaneous landings and takeoffs. So what I'm currently doing, I have paused the game, and I'm currently going through all of the helicopters and redirecting them away from the airport, which was kind of dumb of me because I could have just closed the airport instead of needing to redirect all of them back. Crazy. So yeah, it took a little bit of time to do so, but I was like, oh wait, you're coming back? No, 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 go back, go back, go back. It's like, oh well. But thankfully, due to it sharing the same name, I didn't have to change anything, so it could, yep. And here's me just making sure, yeah, it is instantaneous and ta landings and liftoff. So it was great. Yeah, there's me seeing, and then I also got the greater airport, which allows for again 2 landings and 2 takeoffs instead of one, which was neat as well. Also, another problem with having so many trucks, right? Yeah, here's me discovering the renewing feature, where you can basically like, oh, just refit all the trucks to the new truck, because the old buses they were no longer in stock, so they would not auto renew. So I would have to refit all of them to the new one. But see, I did not know that until now, so which was absolutely great. So when you refit a truck, it keeps like all the locations that it's going to and all the orders, but it just upgrades it to a new truck, which is I find absolutely life-saving in this game. So I kind of did that for everything. I refitted everything to a newer and better version. So it was crazy. So yeah, it's awesome that this game has such a feature because I would imagine that it would be pretty horrible to say you have a sprawling business across the entire map and then all your trucks are 5 years over age and you have to go through all of them. It would be horrible to do that. So I was so happy to see a game have this feature. Yeah, here's me adding because of the renewing feature, I decided to, expand my busing out more because it didn't really matter if I have to refit them all. I could just click it, they would go to the depot, refit them, and it's like, oh, easy, just all done. But the other annoying part is just, getting the buses to the stop, like having to click, oh, here, there. It would be nice to see like a feature where uh, I could order a set amount of buses, or like each year, or like in a certain time, or just once, uh, assign them to a city, and then that city would uh, have it auto assigned to a bus, put to a bus stop, and depending on the amount of people there, it would unassign or like assign different amounts of buses to each stop. But that would, I find, would have some problems because it could have, say, a lot of, say, one station has like 1,000 people. It might assign all the buses to that, so there might be some flaws in that system. Here's me checking up on the renewing process and all the profits that now the buses are making because they're not breaking down every 5 minutes. So when a bus breaks down, it causes a basic traffic jam. So the buses A weren't making as much money, and it was causing uh, a lot of backup in the stations. So it was really nice to see that. And here's just making sure and seeing all the process, and then a final check on the local authorities, see if they're doing good, and that's basically the end of this recording. I think I pan around, see how, yeah, there we go. Make sure everything's saved, and that's the end of the episode. Right, there we go. Yeah, I quit then. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. Thank you all for watching. I had a fun time recording this. And again, if you want to see A, this game more, or B, uh, would like to see me basically do a lot of these voiceovers, I really find these voiceovers much better. But the problem with them is that I can't really transfer the, what is it, the audio, like the game audio, because it's A, sped up, and B, it makes, yeah, it makes everything look weird. So, again, was all live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/orbitalpigeon. Uh, it will be in the link in the description. So it's not. I don't think I can put links actually because of whenever YouTube. But yeah, if you enjoyed, let me know. And thank you all for watching. Bye.